Hey guys, it's Snez. Just wanted to talk today more about energy balance, okay, energy in versus energy out and how to get that right. One of the biggest things is trying to measure your food correctly, and sometimes that gets hard with some time restraints or anything like that. So what you want to try to do is really try and get an accurate estimation. It doesn't have to be completely accurate, and usually it's probably better to overestimate how much you've eaten, especially if your goal is weight loss. If your goal is weight gain, obviously, just trying to get that balance right, and then probably even underestimating what you're meant to have. Most of the time we tend to log our food, log our macros, and we end up thinking that we've eaten less, and then we go and eat more, and then we think that we should actually have more. So think about what you're doing in terms of your calorie output, and what you did that day, how much you've consumed, and if you've worked out, how many calories roughly that you've actually burnt, and then logging that all and trying to be efficient with it, and also trying to make it as accurate as you can. A lot of the time we end up logging our food on our macros, and we end up saying that we ate less than what we actually did, and then we feel better about it, but we don't really see a change in our bodies. We don't see a change in our health, which means that you've probably there's somewhere in your logging or somewhere in your preparation there's a flaw. So just think back to it, go back to maybe the start if you need to. Try not to get discouraged if you don't see any changes, and they will start to appear the more accurate you become with your measurements, with your input, with your output, and trying to get all your figures right. In saying that, don't get too concerned if you don't get them right, and don't get too caught up on how much you should be having. Still think about your health as an overall goal, being you want to have the best health and wellness, and look after yourself. So getting too caught up on your figures and on your numbers, that can actually be kind of detrimental, especially if you don't see a change. So I encourage you guys to really make sure that you get your numbers right, but you don't get too obsessive over it. Okay, you just be smart about your numbers, you be smart about your energy intake, and you make sure that it measures either just below your outtake, or just on your output, or even just above, okay, depending on what your goal is. Okay, everyone's going to be different, and there's going to be challenges every day, especially if you don't mean to make your goals, or if you don't tend to get to where you want to go. That's okay. So don't get too hard on yourself, don't get discouraged. Just remember that every single day is going to be something different, and you're going to have different challenges, whether it be lifestyle or emotional, or maybe a training challenge, or you have an injury. Every day is going to be different. So yes, it's going to be difficult, especially if you go out and you have a social event. Knowing how much to eat and when to eat it, and is it going to be enough for you, that can be really, really hard on someone. So that's not going to be the biggest challenge though. You can get that right pretty easily. You just need to try a little bit harder with your choices and make your decision really, really important on what you eat when you go out for a social event. So you don't have to kind of limit yourself completely, but you just need to be smart. So overall, guys, just please be smart with your numbers. All right, make sure that you're trying to hit the right goal, and then we'll touch base again next week, and enjoy your time. Thanks.